Welcome everybody to another video, and in today's video we're going to be ranking all of the faces that are limited in Roblox. Now this is not every face that is limited, but it is the higher and more popular ones. So we have quite a few faces here to go over. We've got the 6 tiers here. We have S being the best and F being the worst, and we're going to be fitting all these into a certain category, and I'm going to be giving my honest opinion on each of these. If you haven't already seen the other two, this is the third one of my tier list making series. So if you haven't watched those other ones, make sure you go watch that before you watch this one. Or it doesn't really matter, you could watch them in any order actually. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this video. Okay, Roblox faces, here we go. So this is definitely going to be an interesting one. I feel like the Dominus and the Sparkle Time Fedora ones were more easy to do, but this one has a lot of options. Now, faces are definitely something that kind of depends on whatever avatar you're using, but I'm definitely going to go off of just my own opinion. So we'll start off with Bandage. Now, Bandage, what do I think of Bandage? I feel like it's a very generic face. I feel like it's definitely a mid-tier face. So I'll probably put it in like a C, because kind of how I do my tier list is like, this is, best, this is, just below mid, below mid, bad. And then this is kind of like exponential, this is like really good, So I feel like that's a good spot for Bandage. Next up we have Blizzard Beast Mode. Now, Blizzard Beast Mode, I think we'll give it, like, okay, I feel like it's a really good face, and I want to give a higher, but, yeah, we'll do B. We'll do a B tier. We'll do a B tier for the Beast Mode. I do like the Beast Mode, all the Beast Modes. I think we'll do all the Beast Modes. Actually, one thing about the Red Beast Mode, I do like it slightly better. I think it actually deserves an A tier, I'm not gonna lie. And we'll do the other Beast Mode. Here it is. I think this has actually got to go in the C category. I think that's a nice distribution of each of these Beast Modes. So, yeah, I feel like that's fair. Next up, we have the Bubble Troubles. We'll go ahead and just kind of toss all these by each other. So, okay, here we go. I feel like the Bubble Troubles are a good face. I do like them. I feel like they go in a nice B, except the pink one. I feel like the pink one does not deserve to be in the B tier. And I'll tell you why. I mean, this is like kind of like the classic bubble, color. Like if you're talking about bubblegum, it's probably like the color that you would think of. But if we're talking about just faces and like how they look, I think these definitely look better than something like this. Next up we have Bubbles, and I, to be honest, don't like this face. I think it is a D tier face. I don't think it's awful, but it's not one of my favorites. Same thing with Clown. I feel like it's a very situational face. I feel like it's only really good if you're trying to like have a funny avatar, just like a mess around one, or if you are legitimately a clown, like as an avatar. So I think it's got to go in D as well, because it's not something that you're just gonna wear as like it's a good face, Next up we've got these laser vision faces. These things are terrible. Oh my gosh, these can all go in the F tier. These things are awful. I mean, maybe you like them, but you can't convince me that these are good. These things, it's a legit a box with a like smiley face, I guess, underneath. Like, these things are bad. Next up we have Catching Snowflakes. Now, higher demand items like Catching Snowflakes, Super PV, these are all gonna have a lot of people who don't like them because of the high demand, but I like it. I like the nice Catching Snowflake, so we'll put it at a solid A. Next up we have Dog Whisperer. Now, Dog Whisperer, I think we'll put it at a C tier. I feel like it's another one of those, well, we'll put it at a B. We'll put it at a B, actually. I feel like it's a pretty good face. I think a B is a good spot for it, kind of along with these other ones. Now, this thing here, I guess we got 2 of them on this list. These are bad. I don't like them one bit. They're bad. They're just, I feel like even if you were to wear a like girl avatar, I feel like these are just bad. I mean, I don't even see people actually wear these. Like, these things are just awful. Next up we have Emperor. Now, I do think it's a good looking face, but like, I think we'll put it in a B. I was gonna say C, but I feel like it could still manage as a B. Because it would especially look good with like a ancient Roman avatar. So I feel like it's partially situational, but overall it could rock some other outfits too. So I feel like B is a good place for it. Next up, we have the Eyes of Azarath, Emerald Wrath, and all those. Now, I don't like these. I don't like these faces at all. Now, I don't think they're as bad as these per se, so we'll kind of put them in the D tier here. I think that's a good place for them. But yeah, I don't like these at all, but you might think otherwise, but I don't like them. Next up, we have Evil Skeptic. Now, Evil Skeptic, very mid-tier face. Very mid-tier, like the definition of mid-tier. Kind of like Bandage, definition of mid-tier. Freckled cheeks. Now, I feel like these could definitely be I feel like they could definitely be a B-tier item. They could, but they're not. I feel like they're not just there. I feel like the smile is a little bit awkward. If the smile was better, I feel like it could definitely be here. Like if it was like an Emperor or a Dog Whisperer smile, I feel like it could definitely get to that B tier. Next up, we have the Glowing Eye series. So we'll kind of put these all together. Now the Glowing Eye series, I do really like these. These are very cool faces. So we'll kind of throw them up here. I was actually gonna say these are very cool eyes because they are only eyes. But if we're being real here, like you can't go wrong with some simple glowing eyes. I mean, these things are good. You got a few colors to choose from, and they're just good. They're good faces. Next up, we have GL. GL, I mean, it's not a bad face, but it's not something I would probably wear. I think it's a good place to put it in kind of as a mid-tier face. Next up, we have Golden Shiny Teeth. I feel like just compared to like all these other faces now, I feel like in the, back in, 2017 or whatever, this was probably a really good face. Because I remember it at the time, but I feel like it's kind of more of a, probably more of a D tier face. It's just not, I feel like it's not that good. I'll probably sneak it into the C tier because I do think it's better than all of these. Okay, Roblox Madness. Okay, now this is definitely a good face. I'm gonna have to give it an A. Definitely give it an A. It's a very good face, and I like kind of everything behind it. Okay, here we go. This is going to be one that I think a lot of people will not agree with. I'm putting Optimist at an S tier. I really like Optimist. I think it is a very good face. And if you get some, I mean, the eyes are interesting, but like if you get, some glasses to go over that, I feel like Optimist is a very good face. Next up, we have Prankster. Now, here's the thing with Prankster. There's a lot of hate behind this face, and I feel like it doesn't look that good actually on a face. I feel like the face itself is good, but just on a face, it doesn't look the best. So I'll probably put it at a B tier, and while we're at it, since the smaller version of it with some fangs, we'll also kind of put that at a B tier, and I feel like that's a good spot for both of those. Next up, we have the punk faces. Here we go. Now, these are awful, I will say. These things are bad. Do I think they're F tier? No, because I feel like they're good enough to not be the worst tier, I guess, but they're definitely not good at all. So I think D tier is probably a good spot for those. Next up, we have Red Fang. This is going to be a nice F tier. This thing is hideous. I don't even know. I don't think I've ever seen anyone use a face like this unless they're just wearing a limited to wear a limited, because like no one's gonna wear this unless you're trying to be like a snake or something. Next up, we have a Red Roar. Now I don't think this is too bad of a face. I think we'll probably put it at like a C tier because it's nothing too special but nothing bad about it, I'd say. I forgot about this other clown one, but we'll just kind of put it where the other clown is. I feel like they both deserve to be in like the same category. Okay, next we have Miss Scarlet. Okay, now, this is a face that I will never use because I personally don't like it that much, but I will say overall it is a good face. Like if we're talking overall, it is definitely a good face, so I think it is deserving of an A, even though it's something that I wouldn't wear. Next up, Super Happy Face. Now, there is a lot of hate behind this, but if we're being real, The face itself, it's a good looking face. I mean, it's overused and all that, but overall, it is a good looking face if you just, concentrate the fact, or like, X out the the bad stuff behind it. I feel like overall, it is still a good face. Next, we have Red Tango. Now, this might get some controversy. I don't think this is necessarily an S tier face. I want to put it in S tier. That's tough. I feel like it really could be an S tier face. I really do, but I'm gonna put it in A. Next up, we have a hideous TM. This troublemaker is terrible. Look at this. The eyes are like all dilated and stuff. This is terrible. This is an easy F tier. Next up, we have Tattletail. Okay, Tattletail. I feel like this is definitely a good face. We'll set that at a nice A tier. And last but not least, probably my favorite face on this whole list is going to be Yum. Yum is an excellent face. We'll even said at the beginning. Look at that. Yum is an excellent face. Definitely a front runner for one of my favorite faces, if not my favorite. So Yum is a very good face, in my opinion. And yeah, so that is going to be my tier list. Here we go. So we got decently spread out, I will say. I got all these decently spread out and even, less in the S and A as I expected, because I wanted to be a little bit picky about it. But yeah, let me know in the comment section what you guys think of my tier list here, and if you want to go ahead and do any of these tier lists that I did in the past 3 videos. If you go onto this site, Tier Maker, and you go to the search bar here, you can search up like Roblox face, Roblox limited face tier list. You can look up Roblox Dominus tier list, Roblox Sparkle Time Fedora tier list. And yeah, let me know if you guys want me to do any other tier lists, because I wanted to do these 3 main tier lists. But if you want me to do more, give me some ideas in the comment section down below. But yeah, that'll be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.